you volunteered at both Hack RedCon and Hack SpaceCon, and I would like to know, what kind of volunteering work did you do during those conferences, and how has volunteering at those conferences impacted your cybersecurity career?
I would say they have greatly impacted my security career in general. It was like part of the very foundation of why I am where I am today. Volunteering at a hack at Redcon, networking meeting, actually getting to talk to other hackers where previously I didn't know anybody. I'm just behind a computer for days or hours, or who knows. And I don't know who I'm really talking to on IRC or whatever. But getting to see people in real life and go like, wow, this is my community. These are my people. We understand each other, where I'm at home and nobody understands what I have to talk about and they don't want to talk about it. But these people are like, yeah, man, awesome. I really like what you have to say. I'm like, this is great. But networking allowed me to connect up with Red Security. They put me to, I signed up for a voucher program. They brought me onto an organization, a fantastic organization called Build Cyber, which gives to those in need, veterans, and other people that have a difficult time getting into the field. They hooked me up with free training and vouchers, which I use to get the OSCP certification with their mentorship. That that private Discord channel, the people I can communicate with, that helped get me to where I am. Pretty much when I did volunteer, it was, hey, I'm here. Put on a yellow shirt, put me to work. Am I going to go gather chairs and set them up? Am I going to put water up on the stage for the speakers? Servant leadership. What can I do to help you succeed? And it's all about being a part of the team. I just did whatever they needed me to do, and I enjoyed being a part of the process. And they actually allowed me to sit in several of the talks. So it wasn't just all work and no play. I did get exposed to see how a conference runs, all the amount of effort and work that's all done behind the scenes. It makes you really appreciate what you're going to and what you're experiencing. So you don't take it for granted. So as a lot of people do. So
Yeah, that's understandable. So, what are some pros and cons of volunteering at conferences rather than being a regular attendee?
getting to, I would say, meet the staff. I said the folks at Red Security are phenomenal. Ken Nevers and Dan, and the social janitor, and a couple of the others are really great. Working with the other people, obviously the networking piece, that really does help.
Does volunteering generally help you get like, a free admission or like a reduced admission to go to these conferences? Does that help at all
From my
with the
understanding,
cost?
yes. So when I got to volunteer at Hack SpaceCon, they provided like a free. You got in for free, right? You were there to work, but they allowed you to participate with the conference too. So they didn't charge you the whatever the fee was at the time. So that was a great way to get there and attend, to being part of the process without the huge financial crunch that a lot of people have that don't have jobs. Not everybody has the $200-300 to shell out for the conference fee when they have to shell out $600 for a plane ticket, or a couple hundred for gas to drive 9 hours, so where they're at. So every little bit helps. It's a great way to get involved, and like I said, it helps. So
And if someone wanted to volunteer at a conference, like what would you recommend that they do? Like how like do they gotta contact a certain people? Does like most conferences have like a place where you sign up at, or is it kind of just like something that people ask you to do? How do you get into volunteering work?
well, I would say that they're always looking for volunteers. Generally, I can personally speak for Hack SpaceCon down in Florida, which was awesome, and Hack RedCon in Kentucky, where you can go to a website and fill out an application to get part of the process. They invite you to like your Discord group, and they like, hey, we're going to have a meeting this time to talk about our volunteering efforts and things like that. So you get to meet people, and then get updates on times and things like that. So generally, there's a website process where you can get involved, fill out half page, whatever, name, email, phone number, stuff like that. But I have been to DEF CON for the first time this year, as not a volunteer. So I don't know how that works, but highly encourage everybody to go. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really would like to attend my first DEF CON next year. It's kind of like one of my top priorities because obviously everyone speaks highly of conferences. I've only been to one conference myself, and DEF CON's like the one to be at.
I've waited my whole life to go to DEF CON, and I finally got there. So you just got to be
Yeah,
persistent and find a way. Eventually, you'll get it. So
that's great. And yeah, sounds like you had a lot of fun. So what when you went to DEF CON, what can you tell newcomers, like some advice on like do's and don'ts of DEF CON when you're attending?
dues, I would say it's good to stick with groups and people that have been there previously, that kind of know where like you're gonna. If you're interested in red teaming, you're going to go to the red teaming village. If you want to do a CTF challenge, they know probably where to go for CTF challenge. If you want to do talks, hey, they're over here. But dudes, they have the goons. They're there to help, and you can go up there and ask them any questions, and they'll point you in the right direction or yell at you to tell you where you need to go. It's pretty great. And there's so much to do. You can't do it all. When you're there with people, they can help you with that. There's apps for like I think it was there's a particular app for DEF CON, Hacker Tracker, and it has a list of all the talks and challenges and pretty much just everything for the whole event there, and you can scope it all out and kind of plan your time in Vegas. It helps. I would say don'ts is don't be part of the problem. If others are out causing mayhem and mischief in the town, don't add to the stereotype that all hackers are evil and bad and we're all out to steal your passwords and your bank account, because we're not. A lot of us we just love this field, and we're not all out to steal all your money in your bank account and fish you. And not everybody's the bad guy, and everybody's always been, they say the terrorist stereotypicals, hackers are all, they're all bad. And that's not the truth. Not at all. That's probably very few percent, honestly. And a lot of us are just, really good, decent people. So at least that's what I believe.
Yeah, so I've been to one conference, like I said, and when you said, plan out your sequence of events ahead of time, that was one of the mistakes that I made in my first conference because I was like, oh, I'll just, go with the flow and get there and then see what's up and then kind of. But I wasted a lot of time because when I got there, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to see everything. It's impossible. And this wasn't even DEF CON. This was a smaller conference, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to see everything. And I need to get the app and I need to, start planning that stuff out. So after the day one, I was like, all right, day two, I'm gonna plan everything out. And I made that mistake. So it's good to know that you can plan out your days, your conference, prior to even leaving the house, really, right?
Right.
If you enjoyed this clip from the Hackers Cash podcast, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe for more hacking and cybersecurity content. And if you want to watch the full episode, you can get that by clicking here. Or if you want to watch the best video for you according to the YouTube algorithm, you can get that right here. See you in the next video.